In Devon, the bioregion focused upon developing a new type of fashion economy that is based in local product, wool, hide, flax, and developing an industry that they refer to as slow fashion. So, although we might like to think of the beauty of something being small and local and wonderful for developing a community, we are bounded into a large series of networks, and it requires to be able to use our collective power to be able to influence all of those different levels. That's the essential insight why it's important to create something beyond a local initiative if we're really working and being serious about transformation. We're working with 4 communities right now. One is in Canada, and it's an initiative which is focusing upon the development of social purpose business. This is a very sophisticated initiative that is well connected to major bodies such as trade associations, such as professional associations, and it's well beyond the traditional sort of CSR change approach. Bounce Beyond is bringing to its work the ability to think and act in terms of large systems. So one of these is simply with mapping and being able to develop a map that connects the different actors in this field so that the actors can find themselves to be able to work together, because the map can filter the different actors according to their interests, according to their geography, according to the work that they're doing, so that they can find each other easily in the system. With the global seafood community, we have worked to be able to develop something called a 3 horizons process, which is essentially a visioning process about the way to move forward with the current change activities, identifying gaps in current change activities to be able to realize their desired future. In the Costa Rican example, we particularly worked with their team to be able to support the team itself to work in a deep collaborative way. This is a critical aspect for any transformation work, is to be able to work across differences and with deep collaboration to bring individuals and individual initiatives a collective power to bear in the transformation process. In Devon, slow fashion. With this particular initiative, we brought transformational expertise to bear so that they were able to develop some visions of their different pathways forward and the activities and the stakeholders they need to bring as a basis for their longer term strategic planning about what they've got to do. All of these next economies share several things that bring them together, that Bounce Beyond sees as valued for bringing them together. One is they're all deciding how to develop transformation systems, and this concept of transformation catalyst is critical. This is a new institutional strategy. We have not had these types of organizations that are called transformation catalysts before. So they're all facing this challenge of developing powerful transformation catalysts, and we're setting up communities of them to do that. Another thing that they're sharing is actual technologies, or what we call as infrastructure for next economy. So this infrastructure is the basis for generating economic production. We've had traditional infrastructure that's based in and designed around a certain set of values. We're seeing the rise of new types of infrastructure that is based around a different set of values. So to be very concrete, currencies. We need currencies to be able to develop these next economies, and embedded in the design of currencies, how you expand currencies or contract currencies, for example, is a value system. And we see new currencies emerging. The leading one we're working with is called seeds, as an infrastructure that's needed for next economies. We see new marketplaces emerging that have a different set of relationships with that value the relationships rather than just the transactions, and different ways of transactions happening between parties. We see a new stock exchange that's emerging in Scotland called the Social Stock Exchange, following some earlier examples. This is new ways of raising money and capital for social good and social change purposes. So these are what we mean by infrastructure. The infrastructure for new economies is important at all levels. Marketplaces can be very local, or they can be global. The raising of money and funds for a stock exchange can be global and allocated in a very local way. A currency can be organized within a global framework or a global technology infrastructure, but it's got to be controlled and developed in local regions and around specific issues and stakeholders. So the local and the global are both important, and that's one of the reasons it's important to connect the communities as well.